That severe weather alert. Want to give you an update on where things stand with this storm. It has been making its way over Block Island this morning. Our view from the capital city hurricane barrier camera, you can see the hurricane barriers down to protect the city from that storm surge we've been talking about. And so far we've done okay as far as the storm surge goes. It's been kind of a fight between the surge coming in and the tide going out. And as this storm continues to approach the mainland here, the shore of Rhode Island, we're expecting to see those waters continuing to flow in. We've seen some of the flooding videos in places like Watch Hill and North Kingstown this morning. 73 degrees currently in Providence. Look at those winds really picking up. 31-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and we're gusting 40 to 60 miles per hour. That's pretty much the rate of wind gusts that we've been seeing now south of Providence along the coastline and out over Block Island as well. The storm has made its way, looks like, over Block Island. The intensity of the rain here easing up, at least for a time, on the block, and we've got some very heavy rain and some of those stronger winds lifting northward now, and we see that across Rhode Island. A lot of this heavy rain, as expected, on the western side of the storm. You can see very little in the way of rain on the eastern side of the storm. So I actually expect, as we head into the afternoon, even though the winds will keep ramping up, that the heaviest of the rain, especially for the eastern communities here, will start to ease up. And that's what's happened on Block Island. Very heavy rainfall right now westerly in Richmond, the kind that makes it very difficult to drive. Street flooding, localized poor drainage flooding, all ongoing. And here's the heavy rainfall that you see from Providence into the eastern parts of Connecticut and interior Bristol County too. So Henri's been working its way northward. The new update from the National Hurricane Center coming in at 11 a.m. this morning, so any moment, with 65-mile-per-hour sustained winds. This is still a strong tropical storm, and you can see that path where it comes right up through South County and then potentially up, continuing through Rhode Island or eastern Connecticut and into central and western Massachusetts. Once it's moving over land, a very rapid weakening of the storm is expected. At the same time, though, the pace of the storm will slow down. So we expect it to slowly work its way across southern and central New England, taking a turn east as it gets picked up by the jet stream tomorrow. And that will help to move it out of here tomorrow night and into Tuesday. So far, our rainfall amounts have ranged from 1/4 of an inch in Providence, New Bedford, to 1.5 inches of rain nearly now in Westerly, Newport with over 1 inch of rain, and more than 1/2 inch of rain on Taunton. Now, this is additional rainfall through Monday night. We could see another couple of inches of rain in the western part of the state. On the high end, another 2 to 4 inches of rainfall possible across Connecticut, and that may be the case in parts of western Rhode Island too. So we still remain under a flood watch. That means there's the potential for freshwater flooding due to rain. Going to be keeping an eye on rivers and streams, and we do expect to see some continued power outage issues. We've gotten reports now as the storm has closed in on the coastline, numerous limbs and branches down, power outage numbers climbing, and as the storm pushes overland, we expect that to increase further inland too. We have that storm surge warning in effect. We still have to keep an eye on the surge and the winds throughout the rest of this day. So this is just a kind of a snapshot of the way the winds may be looking through the rest of the day. So 10 o'clock now, we're seeing those 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Those will increase in the afternoon with more frequent gusts between 50 and 60 miles per hour. Those are those tropical storm conditions. So we are not through this storm by any stretch. It's going to continue through the afternoon with peak winds, especially south of Providence, that 50 to 65-mile-per-hour range, 40 to 50-mile-per-hour winds further inland. And let's take an hour-by-hour look at the forecast. And you can see here as we move into the afternoon that the heavier the rain starts to shift again more towards western and central New England. Look at the southeastern Massachusetts. Potentially very little. You may, like Chatham saw earlier today, even see some breaks in the cloud cover. So 5 o'clock in the evening, winds are still kicking. The storm is weakening. The heavy rain has shifted out of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts, but we'll have some ongoing showers potentially. We wake up to isolated showers on Monday. We're not quite through with the rain threat as Henri makes its way east another round of showers and downpours possible that take us all the way into Monday. Now the winds tomorrow are not going to be nearly as strong as what they are today. 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds, still gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour. I want to just give you a little snapshot of what's coming, because once we get through Henri, we've got a hot, humid stretch for the middle of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, high humidity, temperatures up near 90. So hopefully power outage situation going to be resolved quickly for those that do lose power, because it's going to be pretty uncomfortable without it.